Go to Vince in San Jose, who wants to talk Gabe Kapler as well. What's up, Vince? You're on 95.7 The Game.
Hey, guys. What's going on? Good morning.
What's up?
Good morning.
I'm not the biggest fan of Gabe Kapler. I just have to be 100% honest with you guys. When I'm scrolling on Instagram, it seems to me that, the guy is more worried about being handsome on Instagram and getting all, the middle-aged women all riled up and excited. Great. If that's who you want, if that's who, and again, am I jealous? Absolutely. But if that's who you want to run your team, we came from a guy named Bruce Bochy. That was a real manager. That was a real guy ready to put it all out on the line for his team to win. And,
he's a competitor.
I'm on Instagram. I follow all the Giants. I follow all the players, follow tons of players. And when I see Kapler and he's like doing a photo shoot thing, I just get a bad feeling in my stomach, fellas. Again, I'm not going to say he's the worst coach in baseball, but for a big league club like the Giants, can we get someone a little bit better in there? A little bit, maybe someone more old-fashioned, more knowledge, older techniques.
Do you have somebody in mind, Vince?
Yeah, who do you want?
You can't say Bochy.
Okay. Oh, and name a manager?
Infinite number of outcomes.
I don't know.
No, I put you on the spot there. Vince. By the way, Sam Lubman told me to do that, Vince. I would never do that.
Yeah, put him on the spot.
It's a shame. It's embarrassing.
Get a beer. Grab a beer.
But okay, can I ask you this though?
Yeah, go for it.
Like I said, we kind of need to keep things middle ground. Is the Bochy thing, because we've had people on that worked with Bochy. And I'm not saying Bochy isn't authentic, but I am asking, is Bochy's just shoot from the hip persona, is that a little overblown, and maybe Gabe's I am a robot thing underappreciated? You know what I mean? Is it a little bit of both? Because I do feel like Bruce Bochy, we view him as this guy who I just wake up in the morning and it's summer ball, and that's not him either.
Well, I think both guys are really smart.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not like one guy's not smart. They're both smart guys. I just think Boch goes by feel, where Cap goes by what Farhan wants him to do. That's why he's there. Mm-hmm. I think Farhan, in a lot of ways, I asked Farhan during the transition, I'm like, what do you like about Gabe? And he talked about, hey, you know what? I really want to see our analytics, see the field like all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like, so do you want to manage or do you want him to manage?
Right.
And it's like, well, Boch was going to listen to the analytics and then he was going to manage the game that way he wanted. Mm-hmm. Farhan wants all the analytics to make it to the field every night, every inning of every game. And I think that's why Kapler's there, because Kapler is going to do exactly what Farhan wants. He's going to manage the game exactly the way Farhan wants him to manage the game. Where I think, it's a different feel altogether. I also think Boch was much better at handling a bullpen and kind of creating roles. I mean, how many times have we seen Giants pitchers go, yeah, they're just going to do what they're going to do? Like I saw Alex Wood a few weeks ago basically say exactly that. Mm-hmm. It's like, I'm not crazy about, coming out of the bullpen or whatever, but you know what? They're going to do what they want to do. So it's almost like resignation from some of the veteran pitchers that, I don't necessarily endorse this plan, but I'm not going to rock the boat either. I'm just going to kind of go along with it.
Yeah, the opener thing has caused a lot of commotion. When it works, you're a genius. When it doesn't work, you're not a genius. And even when it does work, I will say it's not traditional. And when you're not winning, it makes it worse. I would say this, though, Larry. At some point, I think one of the connecting dots with the opener and the platooning is you just need to get dudes. You just need to get guys that can play every day. And, we know that the farm system is on the way up. We hope. Out of that group, there's a large group. We think Patrick Bailey's a hit. We're going to leave pitchers out of it for now.
There's no doubt he is, in my mind.
Yes, he's definitely
He's a hit. Schmidt's a hit.
I don't know about Schmidt.
Oh, no, I do know about Schmidt.
Okay.
I think Schmidt, you got to remember this, Alan. Schmidt's been in the minors. he didn't get a lot of tutelage. They kind of put him on the fast track. I think the fact that he's already arrived, now he's made some adjustments after a few weeks in the minor leagues. I just think he's real. I think Schmidt is a real part of their future.
Okay.
I think Matos is a real part of their future.
Okay.
I think Bailey's a real part of their future. I think, one of the things that I would wonder about is the opener and all this mass platooning. Is it born out of necessity?
That is
or
the
is
question.
it born out of philosophy?
But that's what I'm saying. I think
it's
it's all
necessity,
connected.
I get it.
But it's all connected.
See, if I'm going to jump here, I think this is actually part of the philosophy that, and I know, Larry, you kind of called out Kapler and his bullpen management. I think that also kind of goes into just the philosophy that Farhan wants to instill. They really don't believe, at least Farhan doesn't, he really doesn't believe in concrete roles. He doesn't really understand, not understand, but he doesn't really believe in the whole concept of let's have static roles in the bullpen. Let's have guys hitting in the same spot in the lineup every day. He really likes to mix and match and adjust things day to day based off of the situation, what the data is telling him. And I think that's what really kind of creates this kind of disjointed feel that we sometimes kind of feel with the Giants and guys not having really defined roles that we might want to see them have.
Okay, I mean, I hear you, but I talked to, it was after opening day. I was at a high school baseball game up in Santa Rosa. One of the Giants' longtime people that I've known for years, who's done almost every role in the organization, just happened to be there. And I said, this is when they had Wisely. Remember, they promoted Wisely,
wow.
that his family went to New York for the opener.
Because Giants fans destroyed Wisely.
And then they sat Wisely, or they sent him back down. And this guy said to me, he's like, Krug, it's not that these moves aren't smart. It's just that when you make so many moves every day looking for incremental advantages, it creates a chaotic feel, and the guys start tuning the whole thing out. And this, he didn't want to be on the record with it. I'm not going to name him, but I kind of see where he's coming from. It's like, okay, incremental advantages are important, but I mean, what about the long haul? What about having certain guys understanding their roles and having a kind of a macro view of the season as opposed to micro. We can't even tell you what we're going to do 3 innings from now because we're looking for every incremental edge that we could potentially get. I don't know. I mean, I think there's something to be said for that, but you can do too much of that.
Yeah. 888-957-9570. Alameda Stu, where, of course, Alameda wants to talk Kapler to round off this Giants conversation. What's up, Alameda Stu?
Hey, Alameda Lou, actually, as in Lewis.
What's going on, Lou? How are you, man?
I'm good. So previous caller was pretty good, but I kind of want to defend Kapler. He kind of described him, which I think is a cheap shot, as this robotic person, which, in the reputation isn't unwarranted, but I think Kapler has shown more humanity in the last, month and a half than pretty much his entire Giants tenure. And he said a good word. What was it? Oh, God. It was, when they're bringing players up and bringing them down for incremental advantages, it feels
chaotic
some kind of way.
I said kind of chaotic. It wasn't my word. It was the word from the Giants coach. And, I agree with it, but that's what he said.
I do too. Honestly, I think Kapler has gotten a very, very bad rap, though. Sure, Bruce Bochy, it goes without saying, humongous shoes to fill. He said, man,
Bye, Alameda Lou. Yeah, I mean, well,
who knew?
Now
we have no idea what he was going to say, but it was probably going to be genius.
Well, now I'm wondering if Larry cut the line because he was about to say some good things about Gabe Kapler. I'm just kidding.